Welcome back, speed enthusiasts and track day fanatics, to another electrifying update from the absolute bleeding edge of automotive engineering. Today, we are taking a deep dive into a machine that sounds like a fighter jet, looks like the Batmobile's hyperactive little brother, and produces acceleration numbers that frankly bend the laws of physics. We are talking about the highly anticipated production version of the most radical electric track car on the planet. Get ready, North America, because the McMurtry Spéirling PURE is officially crossing the pond. The British manufacturer has just confirmed that their record-obliterating fan-assisted hypercar is set to make its massive global public debut in production form under the glistening California sun. The unveiling will take place at the incredibly prestigious The Quail, a Motorsports Gathering, on Friday, August 14th, right in the heart of Monterey Car Week. For those who want to witness automotive history in the flesh, this is an event you simply cannot afford to miss. Following its debut at the Quail, the Speirling PURE will be moved over to the legendary Laguna Seca Raceway for the Monterey Motorsports Reunion, kicking off a full United States tour that will bring this electric monster to tracks and dealer partners across the country. If the name McMurtry Spéirling sounds familiar, it is because you likely saw the prototype version completely rewriting the history books back in 2022. Driven by former Formula One pilot Max Chilton, the diminutive, dark, and utterly ferocious prototype smashed the all-time hill climb record at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, leaving legendary gas-powered hypercars choking in its electric dust. Now, after a grueling decade-long research and development program, McMurtry Automotive has transformed that one-off prototype into the Speirling PURE, a limited production track weapon designed to deliver completely accessible Formula One levels of performance to private owners. But don't think for a second that they just slapped a fresh coat of paint on the old record breaker. According to Thomas Yates, the co-founder and managing director of McMurtry, the Speirling PURE is an entirely different beast. In fact, 95% of the components on the production car are completely brand new, re-engineered from the ground up to take the hypercar experience to unprecedented heights while making it incredibly user-friendly for the lucky few who will get to own one. At the absolute core of what makes the Speirling PURE a total track dominator is McMurtry's revolutionary downforce on-demand system. While traditional supercars have to rely on massive, drag-inducing aerodynamic wings and high forward speeds to generate grip, the Speirling uses twin electric underbody fans that spin up to an astonishing 23,000 RPM. These fans actively suck the air right from underneath the car, creating an immense vacuum that glues the chassis to the tarmac from the moment you hit the power button. We're talking about up to 4,400 pounds, or 2,000 kilograms of constant downforce available at 0 miles per hour. This completely independent downforce means drivers can carry mind-boggling speed through low-speed corners, brake significantly later than anything else on the track, and take completely unconventional racing lines that would send normal cars spinning into the gravel trap. The system has been upgraded for the production model with completely redesigned fan blades, more efficient motors, and a clever onboard compressor for the undercar sealing skirt. This means the cumbersome external air bottles required to prime the old prototypes are completely gone, allowing for a seamless plug-and-play track day experience. Speaking of power, the McMurtry Spéirling PURE is packing enough electricity to power a small neighborhood. To increase track time and ensure the car can run hard session after session, engineers ripped out the old 60 kilowatt-hour battery and replaced it with a substantially larger, bespoke 100 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion pack utilizing advanced mollicell cells. This massive battery feeds a pair of rear-mounted electric motors that churn out an immense 1,000 brake horsepower. When you combine 1,000 horsepower, instant electric torque, and on-demand fan downforce in a vehicle that weighs just under 3,000 pounds, the resulting acceleration is nothing short of violent. The Speirling PURE will violently launch from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.55 seconds, pulling up to 3 lateral Gs in the corners and under heavy braking, before topping out at a staggering 190 miles per hour. Despite this massive leap in battery capacity, which provides 40 to 50 kilometers of running time at what McMurtry calls LMP2 race car pace, the fast charging architecture means you can juice it back up from 20 to 95% in just 20 minutes on a high-capacity charger. To accommodate that larger battery pack and enhance the overall driver experience, the production Speirling PURE underwent a bit of a growth spurt. The wheelbase was stretched nearly 8 inches, resulting in a completely new carbon fiber monocoque chassis that meets rigorous global motorsport safety standards. This redesign drastically improved the interior ergonomics, providing far more legroom and elbow room, allowing drivers up to 6 foot 7 inches tall to fit comfortably inside the closed cockpit. The exterior bodywork remains faithful to the aggressive, compact proportions of the original, but it now features practical additions for track usability, including proper LED headlights for night running, brake lights, indicators, and a swan neck rear wing that hovers above a small storage compartment designed specifically to hold a racing helmet. The company proudly states that this extreme performance is designed to be accessible. You don't need a team of 20 engineers to run it, just one competent friend or technician to help out in the pit lane. Now, for the part that might make you wince just a little bit. The McMurtry Spéirling PURE is strictly limited to a production run of just 100 units worldwide, with customer deliveries expected to commence later this year from their state-of-the-art facility in the Cotswolds, England. This exclusive slice of automotive history carries a base price of £995,000, which translates to roughly 1.3 million US dollars, before you start looking at taxes, shipping, or the extensive list of personalization options. While it may not be street legal, the McMurtry Spéirling PURE represents a massive paradigm shift in track-focused engineering, proving that the future of high-performance driving is incredibly fast, wildly innovative, and exceptionally loud. If you're anywhere near Monterey Car Week this August, you owe it to yourself to get a look at the fan car that is about to change everything. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the electric revolution, and as always, keep the pedal down and stay tuned for more automotive news.